everybody, and welcome to our top 10 quick comic picks. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and this is our real quick show where we show you some of the biggest and best books that are coming out this week to your local comic book store. So you go in and you don't miss out on any of the goodness if they have it in stock.
Yeah.
So we've got some really interesting ones for you this week. So kick it off.
Yeah, we're going to start with Night Thrasher number 1. Welcome back, 90s. Now, this is not one of the retro series that Marvel likes to put out. This is actually set in current day, where Dwayne Taylor returns back to New York to visit or to attend the funeral of his teammate Silhouette's dad. But while he's there, he decides to dismantle the Taylor Foundation. But he also runs afoul of a group of kids who are committing like smash and grab robberies. And he goes to investigate who they are, why they're doing it. And when he meets their leader, he is going to be very surprised by who it is.
Very interesting. Speaking of Blast from the Past, well, we've got Penthouse Comics number 1. So I know all the things you're thinking, but let me change your idea. This has some really awesome comic stories in it by a bunch of different big creators and smaller time creators. You've got stories in here about like espionage. You've got one that's like a Tarantino film. We've got ones where there's I don't want to give it away because it's really surprising how in-depth and cool these stories are. Plus, there's a lot of really interesting. There's some interesting articles in here, but there really is. There's discussion about.
We only read it for the articles.
There's a discussion about AI art, all of that. So if you like things like heavy metal, all of that, check this one out. But it's for adults.
Yeah, definitely don't let your kids read that one. Next up is the Infernals number 1. This is about Abraham Morgenstern, who is the son of the devil, and he's also the head of this criminal empire, but he's dying. He only has about a month left to live, and he has to figure out which of his 3 kids he needs to appoint to run that empire after he's gone. They each have their pros and cons, so he is going to give them a mission to figure out who is best suited to run the empire.
And I've got a new one from DC. There's a lot of new number 1s this week, and I've got Sinister Sons number 1. This is a new miniseries following Sin Sun, who believes he's the son of Sinestro, but, you know, can he prove it? And we have Lord Zod, who is the son of General Zod, and they are going to end up together going on some crazy kid villainous shenanigans, but it kicks off in this one, and it's a lot of fun.
Next is Vengeance of the Moon Knight number 2. No, we do not find out who the new Moon Knight is, but we do see him fight Hunter's Moon and Tigra and Reese and all the other guys that are there. And that's basically the whole issue, is just him versus them. He wants control of the Midnight Mission. He says, "This is my house, get out, I've got work to do." But they think it's their house and they are not willing to go quietly.
And I've got just another one of the best reads of the week. This is Transformers number 5. And this is incredible. The Transformers have maybe found a way of bringing back some of their fallen comrades in a new way. But of course, Starscream and some of the Decepticons are there. And it's probably not going to last for too long. But some new characters appear in this, have been awakened. And just when you think everything's okay, the Decepticons have another trick up their sleeves that I think a lot of people are going to be talking about because it is awesome.
And next is Creepshow, Joe Hill's Wolverton Station. So this is a one-shot that is co-written by Joe Hill. The other writer is Jason Caramella. And this is about this rich American guy who's also kind of a jerk. He's obsessed with classic horror memorabilia. And there is an item that he really, really wants in England. So he goes over there to England. He gets on the train to go to Wolverton Station, but that train is full of werewolves. And yeah, you'll have to wait and see if he gets out of it.
I've got a new number 1 from Boom. This was really, really good. One of my favorites this week. This is The Displaced. This is by Ed Brisson. And it's about a city called Oshawa, Ontario in Canada, when one day there's an earthquake and the entire city, what appears to have sunk into a sinkhole, the entire city, and those on the outside are afraid. But there is an old man warning that soon everyone's going to forget about this like they did all the other towns this happened to. So setting up a really cool kind of sci-fi mystery in this new book from Boom.
And last for me is Blue Book 1947, #1. So if you're familiar with the other series, this is an anthology series, very spooky, written by James Tynion, but based on true events. And this one is set back in 1947. And this essentially tells the tale of our first experience with flying saucers. It even gives us the origin of the term flying saucer and people having more and more sightings of weird things in the sky. So if you want to know like sort of how that whole phenomenon gets started, this is a great book to check out.
And last for me, I've got Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. This is kind of a continuation of the previous Scarlet Witch series, but it is also a good jumping on place. Very interesting in this one, where one day a package arrives, a box that is addressed to Wanda and Pietro, and inside is a letter from their adoptive father, Magneto. But what it says we don't know, and Wanda doesn't want Pietro to know what it is. So what is it? What drives this big rift between the two? It's all kind of setting up a mystery, but a very interesting one in this new #1. And that is it for our top 10 quick comic picks. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to head over to infinityflux.net right now, where you can go ahead and buy these books we're talking about while supplies last. Get them shipped straight to you, or if you're local, you can come by and pick them up. But don't miss out on any of these because you never know what's going to go fast. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for a longer show coming up where we'll be going over these and a lot of other books along with their variants, all of that good stuff coming up soon. But until next time,
See ya.